Right there, hey there, welcome back to the two-stroke turbo channel. Coming at you right now from the inside of a 2015 Hyundai Accent GDI. It's a 1.6, I believe. Pretty neat little car. This one's had a lot of trauma. The whole front end's been replaced. And I feel bad because the young lady who purchased the car did not do a pre-purchase inspection. And the seller was nefarious and actually pulled the bulb out of the check engine light. So that's actually illegal. So she has not been able to get a license plate for the last 2 years because it's got a very serious, what's called a permanent code on the EVAP system. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to get over the politics, the stigma, the seller selling her a car that knowingly has been altered in the emissions department, and there's no way she could ever get plates for it. We're going to forget about that. We're just going to fix the car. We're going to get beyond that. That's all we got to do. So it has the typical EVAP code. It's the same one, just repeating over and over. It says it has a gross leak. First thing you do is you would check the gas cap. You pop the lever for the gas tank, and you check to make sure that the seal is good. She said she replaced the gas cap. I believe her. Even it says in there. Some of these say that check engine light will light if it's not sealed. That's good. I've done a smoke test on this car, and what I've come to find out is there's two different purge valves. There's one here at the engine. This is called the, one is a vent purge valve for the charcoal canister, and this one is for the engine. Each one of these valves, let me pull this off here. You can see that right there, this little guy, are about $30. There's another one that hides up underneath the back of the car, and I've got it out right now. It's right up in this area. Turn the light on. So it hides right in here, and it vents the charcoal canister, which the charcoal canister is right there. This then vents, it's a switch that basically vents this tube to this tube, and I've got it on the bench there, so I'm going to show you how that works. But it's buried up underneath the car. Here's the electrical contact for it, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, we made it over to my workbench. This is the vent solenoid, or vent valve they call it, that was on the car. Now if I hook this valve up, in other words apply 12 volts to these little pins here with my battery and my jumper leads, just my simple jumper leads, I can hear a click. But if I put my lips on this and blow through, it blows through even when supposedly the solenoid is closed. The new one doesn't do that. If I hook up the same 12 volt power to the pins and I blow through or try to suck through with power applied, it seals. So I think I've figured out what's going on with this car. I've got to take this bracket off, put on this one, put it back on the car. And then because it's a permanent code, the car has to go through drive cycles, 5 drive cycles, and then it will offer up a way to clear the code. You can't clear the code on a permanent code, which is really frustrating. So she's actually got to drive it for a week or two to see if that fixes the problem. But I think it will. So let's do that. But it burns me up when people get stuck with a car. I mean, I know it's a hassle to take it to a mechanic for a pre-purchase inspection, but oh my gosh, she's been fighting this for a year, driving around, no plates, can't get it registered. It was basically taken advantage of. But we're going to get beyond that. We're beyond that. Let's fix it. Come on. Okay, so we put our new charcoal canister vent valve on our Hyundai Accent. This is a 2015. You can see the bright, clean part right there. So the way this works is this is the hose that comes from the gas tank. This is a vent canister that vents fumes to the filler neck. The car knows when there's a leak. It applies vacuum to the tank, and if the tank isn't sealed or if this isn't working, check engine light comes on. sends a signal from the computer to this connection. So I have smoke tested this and realized that smoke only comes out that side when it shouldn't. And also I applied vacuum on this, let it sit for the weekend, just to make sure the tank and all the other hoses are in good shape. And they are. When I pulled this, when I had my my clutch pilot tool in here plugging this, it made a noise. So I'm confident that this repair has been made. Although because it has a permanent code, it's going to have to be driven. I will try to clear any other codes, but this should fix her up and she should be able to get her license plates and get on the road legally. Sometimes it's harder than you think. I despise sellers that try to hide stuff. I don't know why the guy pulled the check engine light. If you just replace that part, he probably just didn't know. I'm gonna think that anyway. So, okay. Bon voyage, little Kari. Hopefully you get your license plate soon. Thanks for watching.